Welcome back to the Kwesi Arsenal channel. My name is Kwesi. Welcome back to a brand new video. Arsenal have finished preparing their first initial offer for RODRIGO. It is 80 million euros. Now, sources close to Madrid are saying that this will be rejected, but Arsenal want to test the waters with this initial bid. Arsenal saying 80 million euros for the signing of RODRIGO. Liverpool are there. Couple of other clubs are there. Madrid think this strategy of bidding clubs against each other could actually push Arsenal to pay more, or Liverpool to pay more, or anyone to actually pay more. They want 100 million euros, and Arsenal are preparing 80 million euros in terms of a bid. Can we get him at 80 million euros? Is it a little bit low? Is it a little bit too small for the services of RODRIGO? We're going to be discussing that. But hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. I've never asked you this, and this is very, very selfish of me because we run this podcast together. We run this channel together as well. You are family, and I am your presenter. So, how much is RODRIGO really worth, guys? I mean, let's talk about it. Let's be honest about it. How much is this Brazilian really worth? Because I understand he's really developed a lot ever since he came into Europe with Real Madrid from Brazil, scoring goals in the Champions League, scoring clutch goals for them in the La Liga. He's won titles. He has the Champions League. He has the La Liga as well. I think he's got that Spanish FA, if I'm not mistaken. So he's a well-decorated player that has got a lot of abilities, and he's a player that you can trust in many, many situations. I bet he turns this Arsenal team around. I bet he raises the level of this Arsenal team, just like Alexis Sanchez. I think there's a question there. Are we bestowing a lot of responsibilities on a player that we even don't know whether it's going to work out? I mean, he has to come to the Premier League, first workout, adapt to the league, adapt to the intensity of football there, and then he can start becoming our Alexis Sanchez. But what is the real value of this guy? How much should Arsenal really bleed into the pockets of Real Madrid for the services of RODRIGO? Gosh. Okay, so let's get into it. This has been reported by Court of Sign via Marcus Barras, and they're saying that sources connected to Madrid and the industry have informed Courtside that RODRIGO looks increasingly likely to leave Real Madrid this summer. That's okay. Interested clubs are unlikely to go anywhere near the 100 million euros asking price that Madrid have set, but Arsenal could test waters with 80 million euros. Now, Mark Brass says that he understands, according to his information, he understands that Arsenal are preparing to test the waters with 80 million euros for RODRIGO. It is likely to be rejected because Real want 100 million euros. Liverpool and others still there, very much interested. RODRIGO exit considered increasingly very, very, very likely. Okay, so Arsenal are willing to make a bid, ready to make a bid for RODRIGO. Liverpool and other clubs are there. And Madrid is saying, if you dare send in a bid less than 100 million euros, we are going to reject it, work on your finances, and then come to us with 100 million euros. But is he worth 100 million euros? Is this a player that we should pay 100 million euros for? Well, let's discuss. Now, the first thing I want to say when it comes to the Arsenal bid, I think we have made progress on the player side, guys. I think we have made progress on the player side. I told you here 2-3 days ago that the player was giving bigger consideration to staying in Europe, and a very good portion of that consideration was to move to Arsenal if Arsenal are ready to give him the demands they actually put on the table, which are, he wants a very big wage, which is 300,000 guaranteed. So he doesn't want 300,000 before taxes. He wants 300,000 guaranteed after taxes. That is net, right? So we'll be talking about that, and that means Arsenal have to pay him, closer to 450,000 per week. Should Arsenal do that? It's a complicated deal, but like Sammy McBoy said, Arsenal have got to be creative. So the first thing is with the wages. And then the second thing is if Arsenal can agree a deal for him to Real Madrid. He's a player that loves Madrid. He's a player that respects Real Madrid. He's not going to push for a move. He's not going to do the Victor Gyökeres antics. He's not going to do these antics of sending in a transfer request and all that. But I want to take you back to what we know for sure about this deal. What we know is that a meeting between Alonso, RODRIGO, and Madrid has probably happened. And Madrid, their final decision, we are gonna sell RODRIGO if the right offer arrives, and they have set their price at 77 million pounds, which is which is, if you turn them to